Hi Horse Nation and SmartPak, it's Kristen Kovach with Horse Nation, and we're going to play the favorite equestrian products tag today. I wrote down the questions so I don't forget them. The first question is, what is your favorite equestrian specific product at the barn? My favorite is the Thin Line Western pad. I have the liner, so it's a very thin felt pad and it includes the Thin Line material over the back area. And since I switched over to that pad, I felt a big difference in all of the horses that I'm riding. So that's definitely my favorite thing in the barn right now. My favorite non-equestrian item, I'm not using too much anymore because it got really cold here. And by really cold, I mean like 50 degrees, which compared to the summer is very cold. But my favorite non-equestrian product to use was, it was kind of like a fly spray, fly repellent in a stick. So it was kind of like putting chapstick all over my horses' faces. But that worked really well, so I didn't have to try to, spray a rag and chase their faces around with it. You can just use the stick, go around the eyes, go around the nose, and on the ears, and they were pretty much good to go without having to screw around with fly spray too much. So that was definitely my favorite non-equestrian product. I don't know what exactly they intend for you to do with this thing, because I personally wouldn't chapstick my own face with it, but it works really well for the horses, so I'm not going to ask too many questions. My horse's favorite product, I would love to say, is his fly mask or his nice new halter, or the Thin Line pad, but realistically, let's be honest, he really likes the horse treats that he gets after every ride. If he had to pick, he would go on no rides at all. He'd just sit around and eat cookies all day, maybe like myself. The best equestrian gift I ever received was from my mentor, Mr. Harry Hurd. He's in his upper 70s now, and he actually gave me a horse, which was extremely generous. Her name was Playgirl, or SM Playful Cat. I think I've posted some pictures of her before on Horse Nation. She's a very nicely bred cutting horse mare that Harry gave to me as a project to use for learning reined cow horse. So I don't have her anymore. We parted ways a couple years ago, but I learned a lot from her and I learned a lot from Harry. So I'm very grateful that he gave me the opportunity to do that. So definitely the greatest equestrian gift I've ever received. And lastly, if I got to create my very own equestrian product, and again, SmartPak said we can do this. We can totally ignore the laws of physics, which is why I am going to build myself a sun slower downer time machine. Now that it's getting dark earlier, I have to hurry and get my ride in. I don't have an indoor or an arena for that matter, so all my riding is done on the trails. So if I don't hurry up and get out there at the end of the day, by the time I come back, the sun is really going down. It's getting cold and very dark. So if I could somehow just slow down the sunset while I was riding and fit in a full ride and have a great time and then, cruise back to the barn and turn my horse out just as the sun is going down every single night for the rest of the winter, that would be awesome. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but I'm going to run that one past SmartPak and see what they can do to help me out. So, Horse Nation, I'd like to tag all of you, but specifically I'd like to tag my fellow writers, Leslie, Amanda, Lorraine, Lindsay, Sally, anybody else who writes for us as a contributor. Go ahead and let us know what you've got. Thanks very much. Go writing.